Next question is on Kate Smith and her song "God Bless America," which teams like the Yankees are starting to remove because she's turns out she's racist. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I could sum them up. I'll enlarge upon this in a second, but I can sum them up easily.
Well, what to Kate Smith?
No, to the worthless Yankees. By the way, I don't back you anymore. I'm not going to back the Dodgers, but I was born in New York, and all I can say is take a long walk off a short pier. You know, what's ironic is that the song she made famous that they're not going to use anymore, they're going to ban, and they tore a statue down in Philadelphia, which makes it even better. But the song she made famous, "God Bless America," by Irving Berlin, who, because he also wrote songs with racially charged lyrics, is probably going to go on the ash heap soon. Um, but the introduction is ironic in terms of what we're doing now. As the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for this land we love. Well, you get the idea. And you know, I cannot think, I mean, our modern moment of iconoclasm falsifies everything about that song. Maybe we shouldn't sing it anymore. Maybe America needs a song about being stupid. I'm so glad I'm a moron. I really, really am. I don't have brains to stick together because I should be a yam. I mean, why not? It's a bad tune. The words don't quite scan. Kind of like us. Um, I cannot think of anything more abysmally stupid. Why, they say? She sang songs with racist lyrics. Okay, let's parse this a little bit. They had words like pickaninny and so forth, which are objectionable to our pure ears that don't mind foul language, and certainly don't mind the huge number of black children that are aborted every bloody year. We don't mind Planned Parenthood, especially targeting blacks and other non-whites. We don't mind that.
I'm gonna do.
That's not racist. That's wonderful.
I'm gonna
But
do.
we, hmm?
I'm gonna do a compare and contrast. So that song is bad, but
Yes.
it's funny to it's fun to listen to the radio to see what's going on. One of these songs that you hear, it's probably top of the charts. This from this Ariana Grande, I guess. Break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored, which is like I guess sleep with me or something.
Yeah,
Because so that's good. This is
that's
great. This
good.
is great stuff. This is who we are. That's
Yeah,
bad. This is good.
yeah,
It's interesting.
yeah.
It's interesting. You know,
Let's just roll in the mud like the dogs. That's who we are. I mean, look, I mean, quite apart from the fact that as a person, Kate Smith was a devout Catholic. There was never a whisper of scandal about her. Of course, she was a pretty big woman. Uh, but there was never any scandal about her. And the songs that everyone's objecting to, black singers sang.
right?
Um, I mean, what drives me crazy in all of this stuff is the presumption that we moderns are in a position to sit in judgment on the past. We are not in a position to sit in judgment on ourselves. We are a pack of the most pusillanimous, cowardly, nasty, bloodthirsty, uh, down and deep, dirty and cheap in the street morons that ever crawled the earth. And we have the audacity to look at the people who came before us and judge. Let's start with ourselves. Maybe when our hands are no longer bloody with infant's blood. Maybe then. But until then, until we stop profaning the marriage bed, until we stop getting confused about gender. Woo! I don't know what I am. Until that moment, how about if we've got a problem with the past, how about we shut up and try to improve the present? How about that?
Well, you clearly don't understand, Charles. I mean, you're looking through an old, archaic, moral perspective, a lens. We're looking through a new lens now, and through this new special, set of binoculars or glasses, we judge all things, anew. And so we have a different moral code now. We don't have this old, ancient, archaic one based on superstition.
You know, the Muslims will eat you.
What? Why?
Because you're nothing. There's nothing to you. Hollow men. The Muslims know what they believe what they know. And they will eat you for dinner, O modern man. You can either return to the faith that made you great, or you can go where you deserve, the ashpin of history. I mean, our Lord said it very clearly. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its savor, it is good for nothing but to be emptied out and stamped upon by men.
Yeah.
Well, the only use for Western civilization, and that includes the United States, is as a vessel for the faith. That's all. That's the only reason why we've had all the blessings we've had. All of the mental quirks, shall we say, that made us such leaders in science and technology came to us, believe it or not, from habits of religious thought, specifically Catholic religious thought / Orthodox. The great synthesis of Western philosophy, classical philosophy, Greco-Roman philosophy, Roman law, and the faith came to us from Palestine. Those three things combining with the energy of the Germanic and Slavic and Celtic tribes, they created this wonderful thing called Western civilization, which our worthless scumbag owners are trying to dismantle as quickly as they can. The problem is that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. There will be one to all of this nonsense. The problem is that the longer it takes and the more uneducated our people become with every passing year, the nastier and stupider that reaction is going to be. I mean, it's bad enough to take down a statue of Kate Smith. It's worse, to my way of thinking, if the person trying to do so gets shot dead. But that's the kind of thing that will happen one day if this nonsense doesn't stop. But I'm afraid that's in the hands of our masters, not us.
Who comes up with this kind of stuff? Like, is there someone whose job it is? It's like, okay, we need you to dig up, these old things that we consider racism or whatever, like what they did with John Wayne, where he's kind of, I guess, being a chauvinist, or I forgot what he did, but it's like this stuff has been here. It's always been here.
Yeah, but it's not as I don't think that there's a central office there at Dimwit Central that sends out commands to its worthless agents. But the mindset in academia, media, and most of the ranks of government in different places in the country and elsewhere overseas are such that these days everyone's trying to ferret out garbage all the time. You only study an historic figure to try and destroy him. So, I could be wrong. It could be Dimwit Central is better organized than I think. The last thing you really want are morons who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But it is in academia in particular. studies now are meant to be destructive. They're constantly looking to attack structures of power and blah, blah, blah. If they really wanted to attack structures of power, they'd attack themselves. Because universities are nothing if not structures of power. But you find with these sorts of people that their criticisms always, for some reason, stop short with themselves.